right, Melissa, your first Daytona 200 qualifying. You finished fourth in the second group, at the very top of the second group.
Yeah, obviously I would have rather have been in the fast group, but I'll take what I can get at this point, I guess.
You're in the show. I mean, we don't quite know what row you're on right now, but it's a race of attrition, and those who are there at the end, seem to triumph.
Yeah, I know I might not be as fast as the fastest people right now, but I think that just finishing the race is a big part of doing well, and I do have a little experience in endurance racing. I know that I'm going to have no problem going 200 miles, so if I could just have a clean, smart race, and I've got 100% faith in my crew getting good, clean pit stops, so I think we have a chance to do really well. I'm pretty excited.
Now, you said you were out there riding around with Garrett Carter.
Yeah, I was really hoping to be in the fast group, thinking that way there's going to be a lot of fast people I could follow and not only get a draft off of, but learn something. They're all good teachers, right? So I was pretty disappointed to end up in the slow group. But at the same time, I guess Garrett Carter had a little bad luck too, and I made it work for me. And I don't know, didn't know if he wanted to be a part of it, but he got to be my teacher for that session, I suppose.
Well, good job, and we'll look for more great things in the race.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
She was fortunate enough that Garrett Carter had a little bit of bad luck and started in the second group, so she was able to get a toe off of him and learn a few things quickly. And she stayed with him for a couple laps. It enabled her to do a fast enough time to set us into the first group of the start of the race, which is very important. We're not going to be starting from the second wave, which will be a huge advantage, to the people behind us. So we're very happy about that.
First wave start. Now, you did have some practice last night. And how is it difference between riding the bike in the daytime and the nighttime?
We were about a second off last evening in practice, but I think it was more to do to setup than anything else. She's ridden here before under the lights in the Moto ST event, so she's familiar with that. I don't think the under the lights or the night thing is really going to affect us too greatly. We did change setup slightly to compensate for the colder temperatures, and I think we got a pretty good setup. I think we're going to have a good time in the race.
So now you just polish the bike and check the tire pressure and change the oil for the next 24 hours until the race.
Yeah, stuff like that. We just put a fresh clutch in, fresh brakes, check over the entire bike, basically clean everything up and get it ready to go, yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks, Dave.
Melissa, this is your first Daytona 200, but not your first endurance race under the lights.
No, definitely not. We got our first go-around on it last fall, so I feel like I got a little one-up on everybody.
Have you gotten any good advice from Mr. Paris?
Mr. Hayes has given me some good advice. Mostly just have a good, clean race and see where we end up.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Mark, talk us through this crazy Daytona 200 during the red flag.
Well, I'll tell you, we're really fortunate we were able to get her in and get her pit service completed before the red flag came out. So
awesome.
We're good to go to the end of the race, and there's a lot of bikes that are going to have to come in and pit. So we're sitting in good position. I think we picked up about 8 spots already because of the way the pit stops have shuffled through. And I'm looking to pick up quite a few more because of the red flag situation. So we're excited. She's doing a great job. She's running a real steady race. Doing a fantastic job for us, and the Mark Built Yamaha GYTR R6 running flawlessly.
Good job, buddies. Okay, Melissa, your Daytona 200 is about 2/3 done. How is it thus far?
It's pretty wild, to be honest with you. It's way more intense than I would have anticipated, but looks like now it's just down to a sprint race, and I know how to do that.
How did your pit stops go?
Pit stops are awesome. The Markville crew, they got it together. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything better.
All right, well, good luck for the mad dash to the podium.
Thanks, man. I'm hoping I can make up a lot of positions.
Paris. Congratulations on a fantastic Daytona 200. You finished 21st?
21st, we'll see if that might change because there's a little protest going on.
So we could get a top 20 finish.
I pray so because 20th place pays money and 21st doesn't.
Woohoo! Here's hoping. Okay, so walk us through the race. How did this go for you?
Well, I was nervous, and I honestly didn't feel like my first stint I really rode to my full capability. I kind of let some people that I was faster than beat up on me. I think I was really overwhelmed. But then I got my wits about me and got it back together and just tried to ride my heart out. Basically, my plan was to treat each segment like a sprint race and just go for broke, you know. Josh pointed out to me before the race, he's like, you're not doing the whole series, you don't have to worry about points, freaking go for it. So I did, and I ran off the track a couple times, but I had a great time. And then when that big long pit, the big safety car thing happened, I ended up, thanks to my crew who made a very good call and pit strategy, we came in right away and did a pit stop. And then they ended up red flagging it. So a lot of people weren't able to get a pit stop done in time. So basically the last part of the race, I was good to go. I didn't need to stop. So I went from 32nd to 21st because everyone had to come into the pit. So I really have to thank Mark Rosema for looking out for me and having a good strategy.
What happened when you came around towards the end of the race? There was only a few laps to go. Josh was right in the front pack, and he had an unfortunate high side.
I came around just as he was getting up, and I just was gutted. Like, you can't even imagine. Earlier in the race, I'd seen two other Yamahas hit the deck and had thought it was him, and something told me this time I just knew it was him. And like, I was gutted, but the only thing that kept me going was I had Tyler Odom right in front of me, and Josh thinks so highly of that kid, so for me to be able to beat him would have been huge, you know, because Josh sees so much potential in him. So I was riding my heart out trying to beat him. Unfortunately, came up shy by a little bit, but yeah, seeing Josh in the dirt, like, and as soon as I got off the bike, it's like I'm so excited. I just finished my first pro race, but I'm heartbroken for my husband because, you know, I know it was his race to win.
Well, dang it. Well, at least there were two of you out there, so
Yeah.
there's success on the one front and would overcome all that. I believe you are the highest finishing woman in the history of this race.
That's what I'm told. That's pretty exciting, but still not good enough.
It's not good enough until you're on the top of the box.
This is true.
All right, well, congratulations on a great race, and we look forward to the next one.
Thanks. Can't wait to do it again.